I just bought a chisel plow. Ha 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 ha. Just changed the sight gauge on that on the oil reservoir on our 9460R. Didn't make a huge mess. That's a W. This may not be a county fair, but I think I found a corn dog. Right, puppy? The fuel truck's coming down the lane right now, so I'm gonna move this tractor, get it out of the way. Up the stairs we go. And yes, we do have copious amounts of four-wheel drive John Deere tractors. Dad says we're moving his combine here into the shop. Well, I say his combines, but Grandpa owns both of the machines. But his machine, this is Dad's machine, and it's kind of a disaster because we haven't cleaned it up yet. Well, I have more great news. We have about 700 gallons of fuel that's not going to fit in our fuel tank. So now we're going to fill up all of the pickup tanks so that hopefully we can hold all the fuel that's in the truck. The real question is our dog 9330 going to start? I don't know. This is our dirt pan tractor, so it gets a little mistreated, to say the least. Well, it turned on. Hey, there we go. I think that now we have everything shuffled around like we need it to be. Dad's got a couple chains to replace on the combine and maybe clean it up because it's kind of dirty. Today I'm heading out north of town to our local nutrient. It's like a co-op where we get our fertilizer and stuff like that. I'm gonna go ahead and lock in all my prices for this year because with the rising commodity prices, guess what? Fertilizer goes up too, and it goes up a lot. So if I can lock in a lower price now, I'm gonna do it. I also decided to go to the old house today and take these hydraulic hoses off of my planter because they're kind of old and nasty and I'm gonna have a guy make these brand new so that I don't ever have to worry about maybe one of them breaking while I'm in the field ever. So, you know, it's just money, right? The roof in here is just a little bit leaky, hence the water that is on my planter, which that's okay. All the meters and everything are dry. That's what matters. The blue truck has been approved for a heart transplant. Okay, that's done. So there's new hoses on this, there's new hoses right there, and there's new hoses here. Altogether, it's like $500 worth of freaking hydraulic hoses, but it takes money to make money. How's that saying go? Oh yeah, everything's better when wet. Oh, but seriously, I really needed to wash my pickup and Dad's because a couple videos ago, I spilled a bunch of fuel all over the bed of it because it was cold outside and stuff really doesn't like to work when it's cold, including me. And I was sitting in the cab and the fuel nozzle didn't click off and 50 gallons all over the truck. Nice. This one was just kind of dirty and nasty and gravelly. Typical Northeast Missouri trucks. My old blue pickup is in need of a heart transplant and I finally got a parts list together for it. I'm gonna need a motor mounts, a water pump, plug wires, plugs, and a thermostat. Plus whatever else we find wrong with it, because you need to go into a project like that knowing that you're gonna probably spend more money than you budgeted for. So you just as soon budget another couple $100 or 10% more. I had to give the old girl a bath so I can go pick up my new to me implement. If you've ever wondered what kind of sound system a truck has that the radio doesn't work in, the answer is a JBL sound system. LOL. On today's edition of Wreck-It Ranch, we're like a quarter of the mile in and none of the tires have fell off yet. I made it to the lane with my new Treasure. So hopefully I can make it the last 150 yards to where the power washer is. I'm gonna wash some of the algae and stuff off of this thing and get it cleaned up. Let's get out and take a look at this Treasure. Yeah, this thing's actually in decent shape. It's a 7-shank, used to be a 9-shank Alice Chalmers pull-type chisel plow. It's built pretty heavy. I think these are 32-inch shanks, and this actually is in a lot better shape than I had thought. So here's the bad about this thing. It doesn't have a jack, which I can solve pretty easily. And there's a crack right here. I'm gonna grind that out a little bit. I'm not sure why this is like that. See, it's a little not square. And it needs shovels, which I kind of figured that. And the tires actually are okay. And I'm going to grease it up and put a cylinder on it. And once it dries up, we'll stick her in the ground and see what she does. Got the handy dandy grinder, and I'm going to try and do some band-aiding up on this and mount the jack like in here-ish, maybe. Okay, I think we have this ready to weld, and this really shouldn't take me that long, hopefully. All I'm gonna do is weld this ring right here, and then I'm gonna weld a bead or two across here to help shore that up just a little bit. Well, it is the next day, and we're gonna fire up at 7:30 and go hook it up to my new chisel plow and get it parked somewhere. And I gotta go back to college. We're actually gonna go back to class. We're gonna get you a little cold start action on the old 730. Oops. A little more gas. Yep, she's good. Oh yeah, she sounds good. So this thing we've got, I'm gonna have to do something about that because I don't like the way that sits. I'm gonna have to add a hydraulic hose holder. I'm gonna have to get my spare cylinder and set that on here. I already got my jack in order, and this is kind of fixed. Tires are actually okay, maybe. It's gonna need 7 new shovels, but other than that, I think it's about ready to go, and I'll grease it up. But if it dries up yet this winter, I'll try and get out and use it, but it's not looking like that's gonna happen. Then you shut your fuel off and you're set. I think that this is gonna conclude this video. Because like I said, I actually get to go back to college this time. So the channel's grown a lot since I left in November, basically. Went from like 800 subscribers to 1,400 in really not that much time. I know that we're gonna do better and we're gonna go further. So I thank everybody for watching. Subscribe if you haven't. And like the video. Tell your friends, tell your family, tell your grandpa, because he may have used this kind of stuff in his life. But thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.